Welcome back to DRAWPEDIA tutorials. Today I'm gonna teach you how to draw Born Bad Buzz from Brawl Stars. If you're new to this channel, be sure to like, subscribe and comment below. I'm gonna draw on my Wacom tablet, but you can follow my tutorials with any other media that you have, whether it's pencil color, Sharpie or crayon. Now first of all, I'm gonna draw the top of his snout with an arch curve line across. Semis can turn downwards on the left corner. Flare it slightly out to the left with a curved line and turn it back inwards at the low point. Semis turn at the ending point below to the right. Mirror that same set of line on the right side of his snout. At the low point of his mouth, I'm going to draw a curved line across from the left to the right ending point. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw his mouth with a curved line across in the center right there, and at the ending point of that curved line I'm going to draw a V shape across to the left corner of his mouth, and I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Now above that set of line I'm going to draw his nostril off center to the right, diagonal line upwards to the right at that corner, and from the ending point of that line on the left, diagonal curved line across to the ending point on the right. Mirror that same set of shape on the left side. Above his snout in the middle point, I'm going to draw his sunglasses with a diagonal line upwards to the right. Right there. Sharp turn downwards and slightly to the left. A line across to the left and slightly upwards to the side of his mouth. Mirror that same set of line on the left side. And on the left side of his sunglasses, I'm gonna leave a small gap at that corner. Now above the glasses, I'm gonna draw his eyebrow on the right with a short line upwards, off center to the right ear. Turn it diagonally up to the right. Turn it back downwards and slightly to the right. Mirror that same shape of the eyebrow on the left side. Above the eyebrow at the inner corner, I'm going to draw his hair with a line upwards, slightly to the right. Sharp turn diagonally down to the right and to the right eyebrow. On the right side of that, from the middle point, diagonal line upwards to the right. Sharp turn back diagonally down to the outer corner of his right eyebrow. On the right side of his sunglasses at the lower point, I'm going to draw a small arch curve line at that corner. Turn it diagonally down on the right corner with a curved line. And at the ending point on the left, diagonal curve line downwards to the left. Extend it downwards to the lower point right there. Turn it downwards at that corner. On the right side of that set of line, I'm going to chase the same set of line again at this lower point. And in between those two set of line, I'm going to draw an arch curve line sideways at this upper corner. And another one below that in the middle. And another one at this lower point. Above that whole thing, curved line across to the right and slightly downwards. Semis can turn downwards at that corner. Curved line across to the left and slightly downwards. Above that whole thing, I'm going to draw a curved line diagonally up on the right corner to the side of his glasses at that point. And below the collar, I'm going to draw a small arch curve line. Turn it downwards on the right side. Turn it downwards on the left ending point, flare it slightly out to the left and down, turn it downwards. Now from the left side of his palm, I'm going to draw a semicircle line diagonally down to the left and turn it back to the right at this lower point. Turn it back upwards on the right corner. Turn it upwards at that ending point and slightly flare it out to the right. Turn it diagonally inwards to the left and up. Turn it upwards, an arch curve line across to the left, turn it downwards at that corner, And at that ending point, slightly to the right, an arch curve line across to the left, and another arch curve line across to the left on the left side of that. Above his hand, a short line upwards at that corner. Along the outer corner of his wrist, I'm going to draw from the left side of his hand a similar line along the edge, right there, and below that semicircle line on the right, curve line across to the left and slightly down at that corner. And at that ending point, I'm going to draw an oval shape. On the left side of that oval shape, curve line diagonally up to the left. And at that ending point, I'm going to draw another oval shape at that corner. And above that oval shape, curve line upwards diagonally to the right. At the outer corner of his wrist, I'm going to draw an arch curve line sideways on the right side right there. And another similar arch curve line at this lower right corner. Now for the dog's sunglasses, I'm going to take the gap on the left side of his glasses, diagonal line downwards at this upper point to the left. And from the same point, I'm going to make a sharp turn downwards and slightly to the left. Turn it diagonally up to the left at that corner. Mirror that same set of shape on the left side. Above the dog's sunglasses, I'm going to draw off-center to the right, a short line upwards. Turn it diagonally across to the right and up. Turn it back downwards on the right corner. Mirror that same set of line for his left eyebrow at that corner. And above the eyebrow on the right, curve line across to the left and slightly down. Curve line across at that point to the left and to the upper point of his glasses on the left. Below the dog's sunglasses, I'm going to draw a V shape in the middle point. And above that line, I'm going to draw an upside down V shape for his nose. Below that whole thing, a short line downwards in the middle point. Below that, an arch curve line across in the middle. Extend it diagonally out and downwards on both the left and right. Curve line downwards and flare it slightly out on both the left and right side. From the ending point on the left, curve line across to the ending point on the right and stretch it slightly downwards in the middle point. At the side of that whole thing, curve line diagonally upwards on the left. Turn it inwards diagonally to the lower point of his glasses. I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side of his face right there. And above his mouth, off-center to the left, a line diagonally up to the left. Turn it diagonally down to the left. At the outer corner of that, diagonal curve line downwards and flare it slightly out. Mirror the whole thing on the right side of his mouth. Now below Buzz's mouth, I'm going to draw the upper part of his pendant with a small arch curve line at this lower left corner. And at the ending point on the right, I'm going to draw a chain across his neck to his collar with a rectangular shape diagonally up to the right. Above that rectangular shape, diagonal line upwards on the right corner to the right, across to the right and turn it back diagonally downwards. Below that set of line, a short line across in the middle point. And I'm gonna mirror the whole thing at this lower point. And on the right side of that whole thing, I'm gonna repeat that same set of shape again all the way to the right and slightly upwards. And I'm gonna mirror the same chain shape across to the left side of his neck. Above the chain on the left, diagonal curve line upwards to the side of his mouth on the left corner. I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side of his mouth right there. For the lower part of his chain, I'm gonna draw below that whole thing in the middle a small arch curve line across, turn it downwards on both the left and right side, and inside of that, curve line across in the middle point, and below that whole thing at the outer corner on the left, curve line across to the right and arch it slightly up in the middle, semicircle turn downwards on both sides, a line downwards on the left, short line across to the right, a line downwards on the right, a line across to the left, turn it upwards, semicircle turn to the left, curve line across to the left and arch it slightly up in the middle, semicircle turn downwards on the left corner, extend that line downwards, semicircle turn to the right at this lower point, curve line across to the right and stretch it slightly down, semicircle turn back upwards on the right corner. Inside of that shape at the upper corner, a line across at this upper point. And below that, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape on the left corner and another one on the right side. And below that, a small circular shape in the middle point. And at the side of that circular shape, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape across to the side on both the left and right. And below that whole thing, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape off center to the left to the side. And I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Below that, a small square shape in the middle. Repeat that same square shape on the left side and on the right side. At the inner corner of his chain, above the pendant, curve line diagonally down on both the left and right side. And on the left side of the pendant, a line across to the left at that corner, turn it downwards, turn it across to the right at this lower point, and on the left side of that shape, a line across at this upper corner to the left, turn it downwards, turn it across back to the right at this lower point. On the left side of that whole thing at the upper corner, a short line upwards, sideways to the left, turn it downwards, sideways to the right at this lower point, and a short line up at that corner. On the left side of that, at the lower point, a short line out to the left, turn it upwards at that corner. On the left side of that shape, I'm going to draw the dog's leg with a line downwards, U curve line to the right and turn it back upwards on the right corner. On the left side of that whole thing, I'm going to draw the other leg with a line downwards below the dog's waist, U curve line to the left and turn it upwards. On the left side of that leg, at the lower point, curve line across to the left and stretch it down, turn it diagonally upwards to the outer corner and semicircle turn inwards to the right at this upper point. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw a curve line across at this upper point and another similar curve line across at this lower point. On the right side of his pendant, I'm going to draw a line across to the right at that corner and another similar line across at this lower point. On the right side of that, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape downwards at that corner. And below that rectangular shape, I'm going to draw a chain across the right side of his pants with diagonal line downwards to the left at that corner. Turn it downwards and slightly to the right. Turn it across to the right. On the right side of that rectangular shape, diagonal line downwards to the right, turn it downwards. Below that whole thing, at that gap, I'm going to draw a rectangular shape diagonally down to the right at that corner. And at the ending point of that rectangular shape on the right, diagonal line upwards to the right, turn it across to the right and slightly down, turn it downwards. On the other side of the rectangular shape, I'm going to draw a line downwards, across to the right and slightly down, turn it diagonally up to the right. Inside of that shape, I'm going to draw in the middle point at this upper corner, a line across and another line across at this lower point. At the gap on the right, I'm going to draw another rectangular shape across to the right. I'm going to repeat that same set of shape across all the way to the right side of his pants. Now above the chain below his hand, I'm going to draw a short line downwards on the right corner right there. Turn it sideways all the way to the inner corner of his jacket at this lower point. Now above the chain on the right, at the inner corner of his jacket, I'm going to draw a line across at that corner and another line across at this lower point. Below the chain on the right, I'm going to draw the outer line of his right leg with curved line downwards at that corner. Flare it back out to the right at the lower point, and arch curved line across for the lower point of his pants to the left at that corner. Sharp turn diagonally upwards to the left. Now below his pants, I'm going to draw his shoe at the inner corner with a short line downwards, across to the right with a curved line, a short line upwards at the outer corner on the right. And above that set of line, I'm going to draw a curved line across on the left corner to the right. Semicircle turn diagonally up in the middle. Curved line across to the right. Turn it back diagonally down with a curved line. Flare it out to the right and turn it slightly up on the right corner. Now for his left leg, I'm going to draw the outer line of his pants with curved line downwards. Turn it diagonally down to the right, and above his shoe, a short line across to the right. Turn it diagonally down to the right, curved line across to the right at that corner. Turn it back upwards at the inner corner of his leg. Below that, on the right, a short line downwards, curved line across all the way to the front part of his shoe on the left. Turn it upwards at the front tip of the shoe right there. A short line across to the right. Turn it diagonally across to the right and slightly downwards. Above that, a short line across at that corner. Now at the lower right corner of his sunglasses, I'm going to draw a curved line across at that corner to the right and another curved line across above that at that corner. At the lower left corner of his sunglasses, I'm going to draw two lines downwards at that corner, and on the left side of that, a curved line across to the left at that point. And finally, I'm going to draw a thick line along the outer edges. And that's all for our tutorial today. I hope you enjoy it and find my lessons helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to drop your requests, suggestions or any other comments in the comment section below. See you next time!